Yeah, this one here is gonna be about beef on the streets, war on the streets. My condolences to Big Jook's family, to Young Dolph family, and to my family for me losing my brother, and to everyone else that lost a loved one to the streets. I want y'all to understand how serious it is before the youngins try and think about going out there. All right, but this about war on the street, beef on the street, what it entails, what it turned into, the real, raw, ugly truth. All right, let's go. All right, Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm here. We're going to talk about beef on the street. We're going to talk about war on the street. Like I said, I'm going to begin again. Rest in peace to Big Jooks and his family. Yo Gotti, my condolences to all of y'all. My condolences to Young Dolph and, and also to my brother, because I live with this through firsthand experience. I want you to understand. I want you to pay attention to the picture you see behind me, and I'm going to let you know what I see when I look at that picture. These is two kings that's standing there knowing that it's them against the world. Big brother got little brother's back. They got a beautiful story no matter how you look at it, no matter what side you choose, and you can't choose sides in beef if you're not a part of the beef. And that's what the problem is. That's how the Tupac and Biggie thing got out of hand. The fans got involved with their personal beef, you know? Now, these brothers have an issue down there in Memphis with what they're dealing with. And I'm trying to prevent y'all from going down that path, those of y'all that's watching from Memphis, from other places or whatever. Beef is this type of thing that it sparked like this. You could be best friends with somebody, and before you know it, war start, you know? And 9 times out of 10, it's over two things. The main thing is money. It could be over money. And then the second thing, which most times it's most times it's the main thing when you're dealing with emotional people or people that let their emotionals get involved. That's women. Because we all love our woman and we claim our woman as our own. Our women claim us as their own. We want to protect that, and we don't want no one else to be with it, even after we're done with it, until we get them out of our system. And that's just the way it works. Now, beef is the type of thing, right? You got these two brothers here. They know they got issues. So they roll around and, they got the bulletproof cars. They can afford it. They do what they got to do. But I don't think they stopped to really play out the consequences of the actions that they was creating by continuing the beef that was going on when, to me, the elder should have stepped in and talked to the youngins and let them know straight up that we don't need the beef. We just need to eat, take care of our family, and live a peaceful life. But being that no one did that, the elders got involved with the beef and emotions got, flared up. And when you already know when emotions get flared up, it turned to violence. Why do you think when you argue with a female that the first thing she want to do is smack you, react physical, But then if a man reacts physical, then they say he's wrong. But the female is wrong too for reacting physical. My mother said never put your hands on a female under no circumstances unless she put her hands in your face because you don't want her to take your eye out because you can't get it back. You don't want her to mark you up because you can't get your looks back once they scar you. Look at Al Green with the grits, But that's how it is. So that's why I don't deal with the new generation females, no disrespect to you, I walk away from a female before I argue with a female or put my hands on a female. And I know when I'm ready to put my hands on a female. All of y'all know when the female pushed you to the limit when you're ready to put hands on her. So you rat bastards could sit there and say, oh, you should never get to that limit. No, we're human. We're human and we all have emotions. but we just have to know how to control them. Because you got to remember, men is governed by their instinct and desire to survive. Remember that. Men is governed by their instinct and desire to survive, and women are motivated by their feelings and emotions, and that's what run array, and that's what caused the problems, and that's where the 28-day cycle come in, that you don't know what side the moon is on and what you're going to get from a female at what time. But now, to get back to the beef, because I was riding. I like to ride. To get back to the beef. Now, Jook said in his last post that he put up, he said, they don't want to face you, they want to snake you. Stay alert to stay alive. Watch your back at all times. Put snakes on a plate and eat great. You understand? Now, from what I'm gathering, that post came from a frame of mind where someone was mentally and emotionally, stalking them, or even putting them on point, or making them aware, where, it was said that they was allegedly making phone calls saying that we're going to get you, we're going to kill you. You already know what time it is. So from that, he let it be known that if someone is calling me on my number, someone close to me gave them that number. So someone close to me gave them that number, that means there's a snake within my garden and I must weed it out. You understand? But the first thing we have to do to get to the snake is get the weeds out of the garden. The weeds in the garden is the fans, is the groupies, is the hanging-ons. You understand? You can't trust anyone. I emphasize that to you. I made sure you understand how deep this is so that hopefully deteriorate you from, the streets. I love my mother, 88 years old at death. She upstairs in the studio chilling right now, 88, but I don't trust her far as I can see her. And I die for her. I give my last breath for that 88-year-old woman to live one extra day. And I'm only 59. That's how much I love her, but I can't trust her. I can't trust her because the way I was raised on the street, and I'm trying to prevent you from going to the street so that, God willing, you could never say what I just said, that you don't trust your own mother. Now, that's a twisted individual. I'm a twisted individual. I take responsibility for that. I'm trying to figure out where all of this came from, how this was even embedded in me from growing up. You understand? Now, what make me not trust my mother, so you could understand, Like I said, I die for her, I kill for her. Yeah, I said it openly, so you understand. You understand? But I don't trust her. The reason why I don't trust her is because she's a female, and she's human, and she's not from the street, but she knows the street. So we don't know when somebody might grab her and tell her to call me to come because they inflicting pain and torture upon her. Because that's what happens during beef. So every time my mother called me, first thing on my mind is she all right? Does someone have her? These are my twisted thoughts. I don't want you to have these thoughts. So that's why I'm doing this video. So that's what comes to my mind. Is it safe to go there? So now the first thing I got to do is load up, make sure I got my joint cock and plenty of bullets in it and backup clips, because I don't know if mom's is in danger. That's how serious this is. This is beef. The same thing like with your females. Let's take this situation, Young Dolph allegedly slept with Gotti's baby mother. You understand? So I'm even going to take those two names out of it because I know these rat bastards and flip-flop and public trolls, you know what I mean? They look for anything to say, so I don't want them to twist my words up. So right now we're going to separate that, and we're just going to say we got two dudes. One sleep with one's baby mother. Now, you can't trust that baby mother that you're sleeping with. because she has a child and a bond with someone else. And then now the baby father can't trust the baby mother that's sleeping with the next man, whether it's a op or not, because you know that she's not loyal to you. Because if she was loyal to you, she wouldn't do it. So now when that baby mother calls you, like my baby, let's say my baby mother gets with another dude. Once she gets with another dude, it's all bets off. Don't trust her, can't trust her. Far as I can see, and I'm gonna put a bullet in her face if I feel any way threatened. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. That's how it was when I was on the street. We're not there now, so I'm not promoting that. But I'm just letting you know how beef is on the street. When your baby mother sleeps with the op, you understand? She becomes a part of that war. She becomes fair game for that bullet in her face. Not encouraging it, just letting y'all know the real what's going on out there. When baby mom sleeps with the ops, she's no longer anything other than just the baby moms, and you have to take your emotions out of it and try and remove your child from her, or watch your back at all times when going to see that child that's living with her. That's why I said that I wouldn't even allow my sons to sit behind me when they were 7 and 8 years old, because my mind is so geared towards survival that when I'm on the street and baby moms got my son living with another man, aka stepdaddy, my son is building a bond with that man because I'm not there, and my son is spending time with this other man. So now he's looking up to this other man that's spending time with him, even though I'm taking care of him financially through his mother. Because he don't understand that I'm paying the money to make sure he go to school, get the clothes, get the food, get the everything that he need. And that's how I'm showing love. Because moms is not even going to explain that to him. And that's what you mothers need to do for you females looking on. Don't just look at it and call a man that takes care of his kid but don't spend time with his kid a wallet dad. Because I've heard that terminology, you know. All my baby father do is just take care of the kid. He don't spend no time with him. You understand? So now they call him a wallet dad. And then they tell the kid, oh, your father don't spend no time with you. He don't do nothing for you. He don't do nothing. But they never even mention that your father makes sure you have clothes on your back, shoes on your feet that I didn't get till I was 7 years old. And you understand? Food on the table and a roof over your head. Moms don't explain these things to the child, and that's what y'all need to do. Because you chose to be with another man to spend the time with your child. But then you pull away your child from the father because you're trying to make things work with your new man. Like, let me ride. You know, I feel like ride. We're talking about the streets, so you understand. Me, I'm going to speak on me. I got a baby mother, right? I got a baby mother, and I was locked up doing life plus 20 at the beginning of the bid. She meets a dude, and the dude tells her that he don't want me calling, you know, writing, or communicating with my son because he don't trust her that she may leave him for me, and he don't want her having any communication with me, but my child is living with her. So how do I have communication with my child? You see how vicious the streets is? I'm locked up doing life plus 20. I got a son that's on the street. My son living with his mother. She finds a new man. The new man say, man, you know, I know you love that dude unique, and I know how fly he is, and I don't want you to have any contact with him. And she's like, yo, but his son is here. All right, well, he can't write his son. If that's the case, you know, me and you not going to be together. But she chose her own safety. That's why I don't trust anyone. She chose her own, you know, desires over our child's desire, over her responsibility as a mother to keep the father in the child's life as long as the father want to be there. So she chose her personal desire. So I wasn't able to write my son for 18 years. Couldn't write him, couldn't call him, couldn't do anything because her new man. You understand? Remember, I'm right. We're going to get back to Big Jook in a minute. I just want y'all to understand the street, how it play out. And then now here it comes, 18 years later, my son has been hearing all these stories about me on the street, how gangsta I was, how, I was robbing people, I was selling all these keys and making all this money and driving all these cars. But in the area that he's from, they just know me for coming down, holding business down. So they was telling him mainly the violence that I committed, the robberies that I committed on my come up before I got up. So he gravitated to that, and that's what he wanted to do. And now he's sitting in prison doing 29 years, been there from he was 18 years old. I talked to my son about a month, and then he gets locked up and catch 29 years. And he's been there 12 years. He's 30 something years old now. That's what this life entails. That's what I don't want for you. So you fully understand that. That's why I definitely don't trust no woman. Like I said, when I go to a hotel, I get 2 rooms, man. End of story. After I bust a nut, get sucked off, screwed off, whatever I want to do with her, you understand? I go in the next room like I retire to my chamber. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper to get 2 rooms than to get robbed or killed by laying up with her and she calls somebody and tell them she with him. Because I think I saw a video while I was scrolling through the YouTube where they said somebody, one of the rappers, I remember the names, I'm not going to say it. If it come to me, I say, one of the rappers' baby mother, one of the rappers was with a girl, and while she was with the girl, I think it was Kodak Black, if I'm not mistaken. Got to find the video. Said that they was with it when Lil Baby, when somebody was with a girl in a hotel, the girl was calling them, telling them where they was at. You know what I mean? So now they could go there and body that person by him wanting a pillow talk and chasing a female. You know? That's real dangerous. So watch the women when you out there. That's why I say, I hate I don't like saying the word hate. I don't like, those, but I love a dog dudes. When a dude says, but I love a dog, I'm ready to hit him with the butt of my nine. Boop. You know what I mean? Wake up, nigga. What you mean you love a female? How you love a female and you know that she's already been with others before you met her, so you don't know where her allegiance lies. So you saying you love her, she called you to pick her up, you go pick her up, and she got the Opps sitting right there. You get in a shootout, you get back, and now you want to tell me that you got beef because the Opps shot at you when you went to your girl house. And they say, what was they doing there? Nah, I don't know. I think it's her baby father. Hold up. So you trusted a girl to go pull up on her and not have your joint out ready? And you told her where to meet you? I mean, you went to where she wanted to meet you, and instead of you telling her where you want to meet her, always stay in control when you're dealing with females out there and you in the game. You don't have a girl say, I want to go to the Marriott. It's so nice. Because you don't know if she got somebody in the next room waiting for you to come in so that she can get you. So when you get her in there, blindfold the hooker, Yes, I said it, blindfold the hooker, and take her to the hotel. Don't even let her know what hotel she's in. And tell her, matter of fact, leave your cell phone in the car, because it's the 2024 cell phone. She can text while she in there and say, I looked out the window and we buy such and such, and there's Wawa's across the street, and I think we over by the highway. And before you know it, dude figured out he come up in there and he robbed you. You see all this stuff that play along with the street? That's why I'm telling you, you can't trust anyone, man. You can't trust anyone. Now, let me get back to Big Jooks. I've been on here 19 minutes. I want to get into this Big Jooks last post. He said, they don't want, right? Let me run it back so I can get it. They don't want to face you. They want to snake you. That's when he allegedly was getting calls that somebody was gonna bring him home, and he's saying, "Man, this is a sucker that got my number. Nigga don't want to face me and tell me my face. He gonna do this and that." So instead, he calling me. What kind of games is he playing? What kind of man is that? You understand? This is what he's thinking. So he put the post up. That was the red light for him to know when he goes back to Memphis, or if he was in Memphis when he got that call, to be on double alert. And you don't just get one pair of eyes, because one and nothing ain't never worth nothing. You know what I mean? That's why when you're in the street, you don't want one woman. You want more than one woman. So if one act up, you can't trust one today. You feel paranoid about one today. You say, screw her. I feel a little funny. She might be trying to set me up today. Let me go screw Susie with the long plaits. You know what I mean? You got to have choices. You know what I mean? So he should have had more than the one bodyguard, in my opinion. But not to down him, that's just how he chose to move. But you see, that could be detrimental. Just like how my brother lost his life and caused two to the head because he made a wrong move that was detrimental. So I'm just letting you know it happens to the best of us. I made a wrong move that was detrimental and got shot up 4 times. I made a wrong move and wound up getting life plus 20. We all make wrong moves, but we try to minimize the power of that wrong move that we're making, if you understand. So now you getting death threats and you back in your town and you out the car away from the bulletproof and you only got one bodyguard with you. It's not a good look, but that's all I'm gonna say about that. Then he said, stay alert to stay alive. Watch your back at all times. So if you got the bodyguard watching your back, who you got watching the bodyguard's back? And who you got watching the next bodyguard's back? You understand what I'm saying? You always, this is chess. Life is chess. You got to think as many moves ahead of the next person as possible. So you're supposed to be thinking, man, I got to go to this funeral. I'm beefing. You understand? If that was the ops going to the funeral and we beefing, I know that I would definitely be looking to catch him while he's in this emotional state from coming out, seeing, his loved one for the last time. So he's gonna be a little discombobulated. So it'll be a good time to catch him. So that's when I move on him. This is what should have been going through Jook's mind, or what would have been going through my mind. Let's say that. You understand? Because I'm always on point when dealing with this. And he even said it when he said it himself. He said they don't want to face you, they want to snake you. So you know that the snake is waiting in the garden. Stay alert to stay alive. Watch your back at all times. You just post that. And then you make a vital mistake. Rest in peace to you, big brother. You played the game the best you could, like my brother played the best he could, and he lost his life as well. But right now is where the youth need to learn from these mistakes that my brother made and that the brother Big Jook's made. Just so you understand how serious this is, because you got people that's going to rock you to sleep. Don't think that you get in an argument with somebody at the movie theater, or you get in an argument with somebody, down at the local pool, or even on the block, or even in prison. And that they're just going to react and come running at you, because the thinking man is going to fall back and do something we call rock you to sleep. Rocking you to sleep is letting you think everything is over. Somebody steals something from you. You know they stole something from you. Somebody violated you. Somebody sleeping with your girl, your baby mother. You know what I mean? You know about it. You don't run and go arguing with them about it, even asking them about it, because they're gonna deny it. You know they're gonna deny it. You know. So once you got the facts, that's when you rock them to sleep. You go see them, you take them to eat, you go to the club with them, you do everything with them, act like everything is lovely, and that's rocking them to sleep. The whole time you thinking the first chance I get, I'm gonna blow his brains out. The first chance I get, I'm sending him with his brother. These are the things that they tried to say when they tried to rock me to sleep, that they want to send me with my brother. So that means I must be on point at all times. Because you don't know what demons is lurking in whose head and what the demon is telling them that's not even factual about you to stir their emotions to bring the murder game into play. That's how vicious the streets is. I know y'all might not understand this 'cause I like to ride, but I ride because I take it here, take it there. It's just to give you a little snippet so you can even run it back and look at it. This is how I do my tutorial. But like you said, stay alert to stay alive, man. And that means trust no one. When you're in the streets, you can't trust no one. Like I said, not even your mother. Because you don't know when somebody catch at the grocery store and tell her to tell you to text and say, call and say that she got a flat tire and she needs you to come out there. Or somebody, threaten her and she feel threatened, she needs you to come. Or she just brought you a new suit, but the tailor is dead and he got to leave, so they got to size you up real quick. When the whole time it's your ops waiting to size you up for a body bag. Somebody got a gun to mom's head and mom's called. You don't know the gun is there. All you know is mom's called, and you go when mom's called. But don't go with your guards or guns down. Always keep them up. One thing about my mother, right? Because I'm riding. One thing I love about my mother always know that when I walk in the house, my gun is gonna be on my waist or in my hand. Some nights I just feel paranoid, and when I walk in, I open the door with one hand and got the gun in the other hand while I'm walking in, and mom's sitting in the kitchen and she see me with the gun, and I ask everything I. She say everything I. Put that thing away and come sit down and eat. She don't bug out or nothing like that. That's what I loved about my mother, because she understood how the life was. Could you imagine walking in your house with your gun in your hand and your mother in the kitchen cooking? What would your mother say to you? Put it in the comments. You walk in the kitchen with your gun in your hand and your mother in there cooking. Put in the comments. What would your mother say to you? Well, my mother said was, "Now everything is all right. You can put that away, baby. Come sit down, wash your hands, and come eat." And it was a normal routine because my mom knew the choice that I made. My father was in the street. She ran around men before I was even born that was in the street. So she was already cultivated to this. And then once I chose to go in the street, she knew that now she became prey because I'm in the street. And if I get in a beef with somebody, she's not off limits to that person to bring harm, violence, or death to her. Do you understand? Well, that's how serious this is. I walk in the crib with my pistol in my hand. I remember the first time a female, you know, even a couple of the homies see me walk in the crib with my pistol in my hand, and they looking like something is wrong because I got my pistol out, so they pull their pistol out. So we all walk in with our pistol in the hand, and mommy say, go wash your hands and put that thing away. You know what I mean? And go back to doing what she's doing. They look and say, yo, your mom's just mad cool. I said, nah, she's not cool. She's on point. What if I walked in and there was a dude standing in there holding her at gunpoint? So she welcomes me walking in with the pistol in her hand because she knows that could happen at any time. Because don't forget, so you understand, you rat bastards and flip-flop headed public trolls. You understand? This happened in real life where they ran up in the house, kidnapped my mother, tied her up, pistol whipped her, and tortured her, trying to find out where the bag was. And when I walked in and I found her like that, yes, my gun was in my hand. Mom's never said call the police. I never even phantom calling the police because the police didn't help us get the bag to get in that situation. So now I got to take care of it. Just like what's happening with, you know, Young Gotti and Yo Gotti and Jook. You know, I'm gonna do a whole nother video on that. Probably drop it later on tonight. You know, the feds is coming in. The feds is coming in, and I'm gonna give you a sneak peek what it's gonna be about. The feds is gonna come in. You know, too many murders in Memphis. Not that they even care about the black people dying in Memphis. Just keeping it 100. But it don't look good for the media. When violence come into drugs is when the feds come. Now we're talking about violence and murder coming into the rap industry in Memphis that only got 1.1 million people. That's not a good look for Memphis. So right now they're already on the phone, you know what I mean? You know, telling the feds, bring everything you got. We got to solve this. We can't handle it. It's getting out of control, and we don't want them to wind up doing the same thing like what happened, you know, in Chicago in the FBD situation where they went and killed them down in the main strip where the Europeans be at, because they definitely don't want none of them to get hurt, but they don't care as long as it happens up here. And only reason they care now is because, you know, it's in the media. But they don't even care about the neighborhood it happened in. Let's get that straight. You know, but like I said, I'm going to do the other video later, man. But, you know, stay alert to stay alive and watch your back at all times. But that statement he made, the last one, put snakes on the plate and eat great. That was antagonizing to the Opps, just so you understand, you know? And it's a sad day in Memphis. Like I said, rest in peace to Big Jook and Young Dolph and everyone else that lost their life down there in Memphis. But we need to really stop this and think, man. And my number is 917-680-9091. 917-680-9091. Yo, Gotti, I lost my brother too. So I know what you're going through. I'll do a video about that later, but I want to give you your time to grieve and things like that and deal with it and mourn how you feel like doing it. But I'm here if you want to talk, if anybody know Young Gotti. Yo Gotti, let him know that's my number, man, you know? Man, it's a sad day. It's a sad day for our people. We must come together, man. Share this video, like this video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. That's all I ask you. And definitely give me an emoji if you like the content. Give me an emoji. Let me know your opinion on this video. Because when it's beef on the street, it's real. All right, let's go.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. What?
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. Heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. Rush. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.